know more than you need to know.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Well, the reason why I would probably want to know,
Uh-uh.
I want to
Didn't
know,
say want,
yeah,
I said need.
need.
Remember that while sometimes wants can coincide with needs, that's very often not the case on your planet. Wanting can sometimes simply be the negative ego thinking it needs something to be happy when in fact it has nothing to do with what it needs. So watch the wanting, just be aware of that, and also understand that wanting is its own state. Wanting is not having. So the more you want, the more you remain in a state of wanting, not having. That's its own reality vibration. But if you know you always get what you need, the question is, why really would you want anything other than what you truly need to be yourself?
Well, with what you just said,
Yes.
if I feel like I have everything I need, and then if I was just revel in that,
Yes.
then I may never really do anything.
That's not true. You will keep acting on your passion. You know,
That's
when we
correct.
talk about the idea of acting on your passion, we don't mean you act on your passion to get things. You act on your passion for its own sake, not for anything you think it will bring you. But when you act on your passion for its own sake, you will always attract what you need to be able to continue to do so and expand your ability to do so. That's just par for the course. But you won't know that until you're there, because you won't know what you need for the next level until you actually move to the next level, because there's no point in knowing what you need for the next level until you're there. So it's all right not to know that now. You can feel like you have everything you need right now on this level. But if you find something that you're passionate about, even just the tiniest bit, act on it and see what happens. It might bring you something you didn't know you needed in order to be more of yourself. Yes?
Yes.
But
Well, I guess I'm so used to living from my head.
living from your head.
Right. Well, y- the beliefs that I have
Yes.
guiding my path in life, basically.
Yes.
I'm so used to that. Like if I think doing one thing is right and
Yes.
another is wrong, and I act on it, and that's
Yes.
how I'm used to living.
All right. But I'm
So
not
not
really talking about
necessarily.
anything different.
Well, I haven't really paid attention to, for example, what my passion would be in life. I've kind of.
No, 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 no. You misunderstand. It's not about what your passion in life is. I'm not saying that your passion has to express itself as a life-spanning career or project. I'm talking about at every single moment, you have a number of options available to you about what you can do. Again, for example, we will assume that you're here today having this conversation because you were more excited about this option and acted on it more than any other option available to you at that moment. Yes? That's
Yes.
why you're here. So when this conversation is over, you look around at your life and go, let's see, what are my options? They don't have to be life-spanning options. Simple, everyday things. That's all we're really saying is how to start the ball rolling. It might expand into something bigger, but you start with what you can do. So at the end of this conversation, at the end of this day, you can say, well, let's see. I can take a walk, I can read a book, I can have dinner with a friend, I can make a phone call, I can see a movie, I can drive a car, etc., etc., etc. Just pick the one that's even just a little bit more attractive than any other, a little bit more exciting than any other, a little bit more of a tug of curiosity than any other. That's all you need to keep doing. Act on it with no insistence as to what the outcome should be, where it should lead, or anything. Just do the best you can and see what happens. That's how you build the momentum. That's how your passion will expand, but it doesn't have to feel that big at first. So we assume that you will simply continue at the end of this day to simply choose to do the things that you are interested in doing. Yes?
Yes.
That's all there is to it. It's not a big mystery. That's what we mean when we say act on your highest passion. It can even be just this tiniest bit more exciting than any other normal, typical option.
Okay, for example,
Yes.
I was passionate about playing soccer in college.
Yes.
And I didn't continue to spend more time playing soccer because I wanted to finish my studies and get a good job, which I was
Why?
also passionate about.
Why? Stop. Why? What's the reason that you changed? Was it really representative of your passion, or was it representative of a fear that something bad would happen if you didn't?
It was based on a belief that I
Yes.
needed a good earning job.
So, what you're saying is you didn't believe that your passion could support you.
Yes.
Well, there you go, you see? You're not acting on your passion.
Right.
That's a perfect example of refusing to believe that your passion can support you because you don't have a complete definition of passion. Therefore, you didn't understand that if you actually allow yourself to continue acting on your passion, that in some way, shape, or form, it has to, by definition, support you unless you have beliefs that it can't. That's the only thing that stops passion from supporting any of you, is you have a belief that it's not possible for it to do so. Otherwise, you would see that it is capable of doing so. So you stopped yourself from acting on your passion with your belief system.
Well, but in retrospect, I'm happy with my decision at the time because I'm happy with where I am.
But you made the decision negatively, out of fear. You don't know that you wouldn't have wound up here anyway. The point is, if you're going to wind up where you have wound up, why not get there through joy rather than shortchanging yourself?
Okay, so what you're saying is that every action should come from a space of joy.
Yes, because that's your true self, and that will give you more options as to where that will lead. You will always go where you need to go, and if you actually truly needed to wind up where you say you're happy being, your passion would have brought you here anyway. You didn't have to make decisions that were the antithesis of your passion to wind up in a place where you're happy.
Okay.
So why not allow the journey to be just as enjoyable? Yes?
Yes. I just,
Yes.
okay, I have a sense of responsibility, I guess, but you're saying then
No, you're
all
misunderstanding
my
the point.
responsibility might be focusing on following my bliss and my
Yes,
passion.
that is your true responsibility. And again, responsibility. Your ability to respond to your true vibration. That's what contains everything you need. It will bring you everything you need. You just have to know that's how it works, that's all. You don't have to second guess yourself. You don't have to take detours. Yes?
Okay, yes. What do you have to say about setting goals?
It's all well and good to have what you call a goal, a visualization, an image that represents what you consider to be an ideal outcome. But when the picture, when the goal gets you excited about the goal, about the visualization, about the picture, that's exactly the time to completely and utterly drop it. Because again, its purpose is to get you in the state of being that will actually attract what you need, because you don't know that the goal you've set or the picture you're visualizing is actually the best possible outcome. You don't know that. But your higher mind does know what you need. And it will always bring you whatever actually will serve you best, even if it looks nothing like your physical mind thought it ought to, which is very often the case.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right. So if you can wrap your mind around that and have a deeper understanding of how these things work, things will be more along the path of least resistance. You won't have to wonder so much about where you're going or why you should make this or that decision. And you won't have to make decisions because you think that this can't support you when it can. There are a myriad number of examples on your planet of things that many people would say, there's no way that could possibly support you in life, and yet there are people exactly being supported by those things. You can be too. You just have to decide to be in that group instead of this group. That's all.
Thank you.